Yeah, so far.
Jurgen, just the latest on Karius, and also when you look back at sort of 10 minutes before the Champions League final, what are your thoughts on where you are now with that situation?
Wow. Oh, nothing new about Loris, actual situation. And now going back to what? 10 minutes before the Champions League.
He was your number one goalkeeper before, and in a short space of time he's gone, or nearly gone.
We will see that. How I said, nothing decided. But that's if it happens, that's how the things go in football. That can happen. That happens to few. As a manager, usually you don't need that much time between one game and the other game to get a sack. So, but it's not a sack. It's only changed. If it's like that, then that's football. So no problem with that. So again, whatever. There's nothing new to say about and. Things in football change. If they change, then we speak about it. Before that, I have nothing to say about it.
Okay, you've said some nice complimentary things about Sadio Mane. How good is he at the moment?
Good. I made a compliment. What did I say?
I think you said he was up there in the elite.
Oh, that's obvious. Okay, that's a compliment. It's more a fact. So he plays. Is it his third season here? So constantly improved. We knew that we will get a good player. We knew that when we signed him from Southampton. Did we exactly know how good? I wouldn't say so. It's always you sign a player and then you hope that he can do a few more steps, and he did that. So far, so good. That's really very, very important player for us. Very nice person, but that's it. And that's how all the others say they get the benefit of all the other good players around. So, but we still can improve. So can Sadio. But yeah. The performance level and the consistency is quite impressive. That's true.
Is there anything latest on his contract situation?
Yes, he has still a very long contract. That's not new, but yeah, well, that's a fact.
Okay. As far as Brighton coming here, you had two great results last season against them. But of course, they'll come on the back of that victory against Manchester United. Do you expect a different Brighton side?
Yeah, no, not different. I really don't think that we should compare the last game of last season with this game, because Brighton saved the league. I'm not sure, the week before, 2 weeks before maybe, and we had to fight for our lives actually. So that makes it different, and that's so. At Brighton, that's too long ago, so I have no real idea more about that. But it's just a very good team, and I really respect a lot what Chris is doing there. And it was not only the Man United game, but even in that game when we used it, of course, for our analysis, it was impressive. And it was really good, very good organized, on point. Of course, United was unlucky in 1, 2, 3 situations. That's clear. They had their chances to get a much better result than they had at the end, but. I have a lot of respect for that, and so we are warned. So that's we have to be awake. We have to be 100% spot on. So we said that last week. So many positivity around here in the moment, and I like that. But at least we have to be awake. We have to really to be ready for work, and that's what we have to be in that game. So it's good, but we play a very good Brighton side. Obviously with a very good result last week. So it's all how it should be. Our crowd hopefully is on their toes, will be on their toes, and so that's then create a good atmosphere. We try our best to do that with the football we play, and we have to deliver a proper fight, and that's what we want.
Just to come back to Sadio for a minute, because obviously he's got 3 in his first 2 games. Just in terms of understanding how he fits into the way that your footballing philosophy works, and you mentioned about him improving. So how can he improve? What would he have to do?
Again, how we all, consistency is the main thing. We don't have to talk about consistency because both games were good, but in general, dealing with difficult situations, stuff like that, that's all what we have to do, what we have to work on. There's no difference with Sadio, so that's clear. Yes, he's a footballer, so he has as well things where he can improve much more. Would I say he can be quicker? No, don't think so. Could his left foot a bit better? Yes, but not much. Right foot, probably not. Heading, it's then tactical understanding. So many things are there, but it's not. I don't even look for them. So he's as a player, and we wanted him as because of the skills he had. And I really said he already is more consistent than he was in the past. So if he can keep that, then it's all good. Then it's an absolute dream for each coach.
We've spoken enough about changes that you've made to your starting lineups since you've been here, so it's only fair that we talk about the fact that you've had the same team for the past two going. So, is the potential?
So it's the longest series in 1890. Yeah.
How's it looking as well as far as your team's concerned? In any news on Dejan, or are you tempted to change things?
We will see. I think that's always must be always an option. That we had enough sessions. So I don't think that it makes sense to only to stick to a team only because we won. That's the most important thing. But we have quality in the squad, and if there can be different reasons to change the lineup, so that's possible, of course. What was the other? Dejan, no, nothing. Yeah, he's coming closer. So, but he's not really around team training in the moment. I'm not 100% sure what he's doing today because we had the day before the game. So he will not be involved in that game. I'm pretty sure no chance for the Leicester game, and then hopefully after the international break he will be ready to go. That would be nice. That was actually the target from the first day when he was in and we knew about his problems. Then we always thought, okay, if we can give him that time, if we come through that time, then that would be cool.
Jurgen, what's excited you most about what you've seen from your team so far, and how quickly you've hit the ground running? That it's never easy to do start of the season, and particularly maybe in a World Cup here.
Yeah, but okay, that's it was for all teams in a world of football with players at the World Cup. It was a difficult preseason because they came back. I would really say if we all would moan, then we have to. But then we have to give I don't know what to Mauricio Pochettino, because he had 9 players or so in the semis, and they win as well both, right? Start. Yeah, so and they had a really difficult preseason. We had ours was okay. A few of our players came a bit more earlier in. So we had with the main group 3 weeks together preseason. So that's okay and needs to be okay. We don't get a lot more in the future as well. Yeah, and then we had good games, difficult games during that preseason, but we performed quite well out of full training, so that helped to give us a kind of a sign how it could be. But then, of course, the Premier League is completely different. But I'm not excited about it. I really think that we have to expect things like that from us. I know people expect that on the one hand side, but on the other side, we have to expect it. So anything can happen. So in a football game, but we need to expect from ourselves that we really perform on at least the level we showed so far. And I said it a long time ago and a few times already. If that would be the best football we can play, that would be really poor, because then you start brilliant and we have to develop, we have to improve, and I'm pretty sure we can, but there are a lot of games to play, and in different competitions, and we need to be ready for each single of that. And that's actually what's very important. In the moment, thank God, I only have to think about Brighton and no other game, and that's difficult enough. So let's go for that.
Some serious reinforcements in your midfield this season, and you're well blessed in terms of numbers and quality. And I think a lot of Liverpool fans were maybe thinking, given James Milner's age, that he's going to be playing less and less, possibly. But when he plays, you just can't leave him out because he's such an influential player for you.
Oh, they are all influential. I don't think that's obviously. You ask me about Millie, and it sounds if I say, but they are all influential. When they play.
Maturing his age, getting better.
He's a very. I didn't work together with him. Since I worked together with him, I was always fine. That was always good. And yes, he started in different positions. We played different systems. Then he played fullback, how we all know. Now he plays in a midfield role. But all our players are influential on that. That's how it should be. And for Mili, his age for sure no issue. He's absolutely natural, skilled boy, but he really is such a sports guy. So he can do probably each kind of sports he tries. He's good in. So that age is no problem. 30 anyway. In all parts of life, with 32, if you are in any company in the world, they tell you, hey, wait a few years until you can get a real job. And in football, it sounds like they're already close to retirement, but it's not too far away from but there are players, they can play until 36, 37, 30, even 38, and because of his physical abilities, I'm pretty sure he's one of them, if he's lucky enough with injuries, what I wish him. So it's not, the end is not to see. So, and his desire to improve is exceptional. So very, very good player, and if it's the best moment of his career, maybe I should better ask him than me, because he was always part of his career, and I wasn't.
Go around the room, back on camera duty, Carl Martin.
Hey, I know it's early days yet. 16 sheets in your first 2 games. Is that an indication of how well the team is operating as a unit?
It's always like this, yes. It's always like this. You are all our men and women that tells me when we concede goals that with our defense, and you talked a lot about the centre halves and stuff like that they are responsible for that, or the goalkeeper or whatever. But defending is always a team thing. Was always like this. Will ever be like that. So I really think we did well since not only this season, since a longer period already. We defended well. It always takes longer until you get that as well, but that's not too important. It's more important that it happens, and that's the truth. We are an offensive-orientated team based on the best possible organization, and that means that your organization is important in offensive things, but in defensive things as very much as well. And so that's what we are constantly working on, to be honest. It's never that we don't talk about whatever game we go in. It's always probably rather 60 or 70% than we talk about our defensive things to do, and to create that stability what you need to do then a few offensive things. That's how it is, and that we improved in that, like step by step. It always needs to stay like this. It's with set pieces a little bit longer ago, and then defending in a moment. So we have to. We work together the whole week, so it should get better. That's the truth, and obviously it got better. That's good in this season. Twice a clean sheet. If we have at the end of the season only twice a clean sheet, nobody's really happy about that. So we have to keep going.
How happy have you been with how Alisson has settled in? I know he's probably not been particularly a lot in that.
Do you really think tested? I saw situations where I was really tested. That's first and foremost, that was good, and he settled in from the first second. It felt really familiar. That's the truth. But yeah, good player, very good player, and really not only goalkeeper, player as well. So that's quite cool, and gives us a few more opportunities. That's cool as well. I like that, and yeah, hopefully it stays like that. So that's exactly how it is. It looks all good. We have this kind of Brazilian group now. So plus Spanish with Alberto, so that I think that helps them as well, even when Alisson's English is quite good, as Fabinho's is. So that's cool. But no, very happy so far. Hopefully it stays like this.
Around the room, David, anything from you? Glenn? No, nothing. Neil, gentleman in the back, anything before we finish?
Don't squeeze it out. They don't want it. I'm fine. I probably don't have to.
That concludes the press conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.